The biggest leak in the history of Xbox, and maybe the history of gaming itself, exploded onto the web yesterday, containing redacted and unredacted documents detailing unannounced Xbox consoles, controllers, games, and other plans. Normally, we might joke with a wink about, oh, maybe it's an intentional leak to drum up hype, but no, it ain't that kind of leak. I'm Riley Murdoch, this is GameLinked, and this is the FTC's Director of Public Affairs confirming that Microsoft mistakenly uploaded their own confidential documents to a legal court website for use in the FTC versus Microsoft trial. Somebody screwed up big time, and now we know about Brooklyn, the diskless Xbox Series X console redesigned to resemble the pinnacle of engineering, the 2013 Mac Pro. There just aren't enough trash cans in the world. A timeline had it scheduled to launch in fall 2024, shortly after the also diskless Series S refresh, codenamed Elwood. These are codenamed like fashion lines for some reason.
Isn't that the main character from Legally Blonde?
It's because it's the dumb console. Oh wait, but she's smart.
Way to show your elitism.
She went to Harvard.
She went to Harvard.
Like it's hard?
Documents in the leak point to 2028 as the year Xbox plans to launch its next major console, a hybrid cloud unit that combines local and cloud processing, something they've been obsessed with since 2015, when Microsoft wanted a way for gamers to roleplay as cops shooting at buildings until they collapse. True to their cloud-themed dreams, the leaked Sebile? Elite-style controller has haptics that double as speakers, a lift-to-wake feature, and direct-to-cloud connectivity a la the Stadia controller, because that went so well.
My doctor told me I was sebile.
There are some images and references to some other cool things, like an Xbox handheld, a phone controller, and a one-handed controller, but the handheld is listed in the not funded section of this pyramid. However, the Keystone Cloud console is in the funded section, and that was shelved last year. This is unlike any fund planning pyramid I have ever seen. The leaks weren't all hardware though. Bethesda's parent company ZeniMax listed a number of upcoming games in one of its planning documents, including remasters of The Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion, which was already supposed to have come out by now, and Fallout 3. But wasn't Fallout 4 just like a better version of that? Do you want a Fallout 3 remaster?
I'd like a Fallout New Vegas remaster.
Other games on the slate included a new Doom game called Year Zero, Dishonored 3, a sequel to Ghostwire Tokyo, the already announced Elder Scrolls VI, and an Indiana Jones game in which Nazis search for a mystical totem buried under Indy's geriatric care center. I made that up, but please stop making these movies. Perhaps even more exciting, the document also lists Project Kestrel, Project Platinum, and the eagerly anticipated licensed IP game. I bet money that features an appearance by recognizable franchise protagonist.
And his enemy. Recognizable enemy.
In non-ZeniMax news, Red Dead Redemption 2 was supposed to have launched on PS5 and Xbox Series XS by now, but I guess Rockstar was really held up not removing its own DRM from its games. But the real gems of the leak came from all the emails between executives. It shows they're actually real people with dreams of their own, like Phil Spencer, who wrote that a major career moment for him would be buying Nintendo. Now, some people dream of opening their own bakery. Some people dream of gobbling up corporations until we live in a dystopian landscape. Although if them buying Nintendo would stop all the lawsuits, then maybe I'm on board. Other emails show Xbox executives pondering whether Sony would let PS5 owners play Xbox Cloud games through the console's browser, which turned out to be no. And a few from Activision where their executives described the Nintendo Switch 2 as closer in power to the last gen PS4 and Xbox One, which makes sense. These 4K 120 FPS leaks sounded a little too good to be true. The internet is still combing through all the leaked documents, but if they don't find much else, I couldn't think of a better cap on the last couple days than Phil Spencer emailing a memo to employees about the leaks, which itself got leaked. Thank you, Phil. You beautiful, weird potato man. Now it's time for Quick Bits, brought to you by dbrand and their new Ghost cases. Sick of your clear cases turning yellow? Well, according to dbrand, you'll die before the ghost turns yellow. they'll make sure of it. No, it's not a threat. It's a promise. The cases are only 1.2 millimeters thin, offer 10 feet of impact protection, and are available for Pro iPhone models, Ultra Samsung models, and Pro Pixel models. If you don't have one of those phones, dbrand says to cope and seethe. Their words, not mine. I would never. Get yours today at shortlinus.com. And now, on to Quick Bits, where we become as unhinged as a revolving door. Does the middle count as a hinge?
It doesn't. What do I look like, a door guy?
You could think of it as just a really, continuous hinge. Unity Technologies, creators of the Unity game engine, have apologized for the confusion and angst caused by their new 20 cents per download fee scheme after getting screamed at by literally everyone. Unity says they'll be making changes to the policy to be announced in the next few days. They thanked the community for their honesty and critical feedback, which is a fun way of saying righteous fury and unrestrained contempt. Self-described browser for gamers Opera GX expressed their confusion and angst by giving Unity the frog of shame, with promises of further amphibious embarrassment until the fee policy is officially retracted. The frogs will not stop. Lies of P, a Souls-like RPG and not an advanced potty training simulator. You said I could do it! Has launched on PlayStation 4 and 5 with largely positive reviews. The story follows Pinocchio, of mythical fame, here reimagined as Edward Elric, but goth. Accordingly, the game has a lying system, which, rather than causing Pinocchio's nose to grow, has consequences on the story and its ending. Just like regular lies. Though some players might not reach the end if they tried to get into any locked rooms while exploring a hotel in the second chapter, which results in a yet unresolved game-breaking bug. Personally, I'm already excited for the sequel, Lies of PP, where Pinocchio tries Tinder.
Hey girl, wanna see my wood?
An oopsie doopsie discovered in Destiny 2 over the weekend let players craft weapons that can take down end bosses in seconds. Basically, while weapons are only supposed to be crafted with a curated, balanced list of potential perks, crafty gamers found a way to transfer properties from one gun to another. It also managed to ruin the weekend of every Destiny developer, but Bungie decided to encourage their player base to have fun, since, nothing they purposely added to the game this year has been enjoyable. Whoa!
Lightfall!
Shots fired! Insomniac Games has decided to flex their PS5 developing skills by claiming the upcoming Spider-Man 2 will have ray tracing on every graphical setting. You can't turn it off. In an interview, Insomniac Director of Core Technology Mike Fitzgerald told IGN that the game's performance mode has ray tracing on by default, meaning all PS5 enjoyers should be able to experience crisp reflections. Even players living in areas so hot it's like Mother Nature is trying to evict the human race. And someone decided to fix Starfield's terrible ground maps, sort of. Video game cartographer Wojtek Antonovich created a detailed bird's eye map of in-game city New Atlantis that doesn't look like Poseidon destroyed a cargo ship full of ping pong balls. It's apparently how they make maps in the future. Modder Just Okay Gamer got Antonovich's blessing to create a mod that plasters the map on the kiosks throughout the city. So while you can't open it through your game menu, it will give you that immersive, lost in the mall feeling.
Where'd I leave my son?
Where's the Nike?
I've abandoned my child!
And don't get lost in the mall on the way back here for more Game Linked on Thursday. That's when we find out who Phil Spencer wants to kiss next. Just like kiss.
Today it's Nintendo.